Yokoso minasan. I love manga. And back in junior high school and senior high school, I'm probably responsible for a good chunk of the manga collection they have there because I ordered a lot of it. You're welcome, students. Now I live in the home of manga, Japan. More specifically, I live in Hiroshima City, Japan. And when I found out that in Hiroshima there is a library specifically for collecting manga, I just had to go see it myself. This is called the Hiroshima City Manga Toshokan, or Hiroshima City Manga Library in English. And I went there on December 29th. So, if you love manga, and I know that's why you're here, let's go check it out together. Ikimashou.
On my way to the manga library, I stopped by the local shrine. This is Hijiyama Shrine. Got to see a Koma Inu statue while I was there. And did you know that the Koma Inu statues used to have a lot more horns on them, but they used to break off too easily, so they mostly stopped that. And here is the Temizuya, hand water place, really in English. It's where you cleanse yourself before meeting the gods, as you'll find in most descriptions, but it doesn't really seem open at the moment. And of course, when you're at a shrine, make a wish on an emma, where you can just write about anything and hang it up. You can always purchase one at the shrine usually. And then there's this. Now, it's a little different at each place, but for what I did and what I'm used to, I just sort of bowed twice, clapped my hands twice, and then prayed. I fast-forwarded a bit though, because I was there for a little bit. Have a lot to pray for. And when you're done making your wish, just bow once more and get out of there for the next person. I don't visit shrines too often, but you should go yourself, especially if you're stopping by Japan for your first time. There are plenty.
So, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle just to get to this manga library, but I'm hoping it's worth it. I mean, I came to Japan. Don't come to Japan if you're not ready for a walk, right? Alright. Yosh, ikimashou. So I left my bike around there in order to come up here and just take a look at this big monument dedicated to a soldier, I believe. I couldn't read the Japanese, but it's there. And then I saw this. More steps leading upward, surrounded by forest green, which obviously means that I go up. Nothing ominous. So I made it up the stairs, and I want to say I'm on the roof of some building. Yeesh, I mean, nothing was stopping me, and there's a free path, so I assume this is okay. I technically am in a park area. Yeah, I think I'm above some building. Nifty. Well, back we go.
So I probably shouldn't have included it, but I only have this one shot of it, and I really wanted to be able to show off the area, but accidentally got a vertical shot instead, so my bad. But we were just above the Hiroshima City Museum of Contemporary Art, actually, which is just across our destination. And here it is, what we waited for, the Hiroshima City Manga Library, which I'm so excited to see. And honestly, from the far view, I got the vibes of the Power Rangers Command Center, to be honest. And greeting you at the entrance of the Hiroshima City Manga Library is a bronze statue known as the Little Piper Boy. Unfortunately, the building itself was not so welcoming. You can see on the red sign saying QCon, or really just meaning closed. It's December 29th, and it turns out that it started its holiday for the New Year's events from that day. Should have gone the day before. So I had no choice but to go another day. But while I was there, just next to the library is a vast open area for you to just chill and relax. This is Hijiyama Park. And here you can actually borrow books, bring them out to the park area, and read at your leisure, which is just awesome. Hijiyama Park is actually pretty high up there, making it an excellent place to view the rest of Hiroshima City below. But if you need more reasons to come visit the Hiroshima City Manga Library, I have more reasons. During the spring season, we have the sakura viewing season, where you can view all the sakura trees blossoming. And here at Hijiyama Park, those trees are blossoming. So imagine reading a slice of life manga under a beautiful sakura tree.
So, it is January 4th, and I am making my way again to the manga museum. Hopefully this time it'll be open. Alright, so I made it to the manga museum, and it's only a small place, but that's gonna be okay. And it does look like it's open. I saw some people coming in and out, so hopefully it'll be a good experience. Alright.
Right away after entering the building, you can see a collection of books that is going by the theme of music, which I'm sure changes every now and again. I don't know too much about the music manga out there, but I do know there's a recent one called Oshinoko, which seems pretty nice. I hope it is. And then you have a nice collection of manga here, some of their older books, with the description about each of them. Yeah, I know some of you recognize it, and if you do, go ahead and write down some of these books that you might have read before. The top one above there was Godzilla's Son. I'm sure my family would love that. And of course they included One Piece. I don't recognize a lot of these. Well, I recognize that one. Agent 009. And then to the right, after entering the building, is a staircase that you can get to the second floor where the main collection is. There's also an elevator, of course, for those that need it. And right away, after getting up the stairs, are a collection of books that I do not know the organization for. They're all just sort of a little bit random. Perhaps these are popular ones, or ones they're expecting to give out sometime. And I didn't notice until checking this recording, but they actually have free Wi-Fi. You can see just above the beetle. Free Wi-Fi. I'll have to ask about that sometime next time I go up. But look at this place. As you can see, this building is built in a half circle. And this was really cool, but they have a whole collection of the Peanuts comics. You know, Charlie Brown and the gang? 25 volumes. I'm rather impressed. Now, I didn't really read the comics so much as I just watched the holiday movie, and perhaps whatever was on TV, I guess, when I was a kid. But they have it, among other collections as well. There was just so many to see. And the order is by the book title, going by the kana system. So if it's Naruto you're looking for, then you gotta search for the Na. In case you're wondering. And you can see that little couch space area is probably the best sitting place. The other sitting areas is just these chairs that you see along the walls, but it is a small building. And this was really cool. Look at that. I know we all have seen book collections just like this, where they create an entire image after collecting all of them. So this was really cool to see as well, the Blue Eyes series. And this was a really heavy book with old tales. And look at some of those illustrations. It reminds me of the one yokai series, Gegege no Kitaro, though I've never actually watched it myself. Do you recognize that? That yokai in the front? I don't, but if you do, let me know. And here is a collection of some of the research material for manga and anime alike, because that's one of the purposes of the manga library, to hold on to manga collections and especially reference materials for those of you who are studying how to draw it, animate it, maybe even be a voice actor. Me, maybe someday. Here's wishing. Even there, on the iPad. There's a lot to look at. And I saw this down below, which is pretty cool. Okay, actually, it wasn't this. Comic market. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of useful information coming from that, if you guys know a lot about the comic market at all. But to the right of this was the DC Encyclopedia and the Marvel Encyclopedia. And I'm a big fan of both. So this is awesome to have around. I mean, obviously it's all in Japanese, but, you know, here and there, if you can read, that's just as well. And I do study Japanese. And then I saw something even cooler, because recently I've been getting into Gundam. I've actually just about finished Double Zeta. If you know that one, it's the 3rd generation. But this is the Gundam Encyclopedia. It's huge. I don't know when this thing was published, I didn't check, but man, that's a lot of information. This might be beyond me. But it's so awesome to see that this is the kind of stuff they have. Awesome, look at that Zaku. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not wrong. That'd be pretty embarrassing. That cover too. It's like marble white. And here is their rare collection. These books, although you can borrow and read it, you can only read it in the library here. You can't take it out. Which means no going around the park with it. This is some of their rare stuff. Some of it's really old, some of it's newer. But there's still books that they consider to be rare collections that they want to hold on to for, again, research materials and such. If you recognize any of the things that you see here, you know, pause the video, get a good look, zoom in, as the hardcore manga fan you might be, and let me know anything you want about this, and just fan out. Just geek out on all of it. I found a few things that I liked as well. Oh, and here's Doraemon. I've never watched Doraemon, really. I know a lot of people love it. They even have a game on the Switch for it. Maybe more. I don't know. But that's not something I really got into myself. Wow, there's just so many things here I just do not recognize, or they're just in the back of my head. Perhaps I saw it on some old magazine or something. Well, I do recognize that figure with a big nose. There's Adam. And there it is, Gegege Kitaro. Yeah, that's the popular one. I mean, if you love yokai, I mean, I think yokai is an amazing thing that exists here in Japan. All this demon folklore and monsters and such and ghosts. I mean, all of it's just incredible. And they have so many stories that have just since branched off from those old folklore. Oh, I know my deal would love this if he saw some of this. Both of them. Oh, and there it is. Oh my gosh. The Kamen Rider 1971. Now, I'll get to that one in a bit, but I was really excited to see that one because I'm such a huge fan of Kamen Rider. It's a part of my name. Poke Rider. I love Kamen Rider, so I had to use that. And this was a little bit surprising, but they had Bleach there. Okay, I guess it's not that surprising. Bleach is definitely a good anime. I'm just about caught up on all of it. And there is another view. Like I said, it's in a half circle. Here is a pamphlet they provide, which is in several languages, including English, of course. There's their mascot. You can take a look at that if you want. And here it is, the Kamen Rider 1971. Now these are sort of, I think both of them are more or less recent publications that I know the Kamen Rider one I believe came out in 2011, 2013, something like that. And I got permission. All you do is fill out a small white paper and they let you take it out. And I was just trying to be extra careful because this is just a huge book. I mean, there's two of them in there, and there's actually a third small book that you're going to see. But look there. See that paper that's just coming off of it? You see there's a lot on books here. And, perhaps in the States too, of course, for a few things. But there's a lot of, advertisement and extra information that's just on those pieces of paper that just cover the book when it's set for sale. Now, I usually throw them away, but of course they kept it on as it's a part of the history now. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. 1971. That's just a beautiful cover. I actually have my own copy of the original manga that I bought while I was still in the States, but I never ended up reading it, unfortunately. Now, I really wish I had. And although I could read that, I was a bit nervous to just even be holding this. Look at that beautiful color. Because the spine was just so thick, and I just, look at that. I was just, that's when I recognized, I was like, the spine's just so thick on that book. I didn't want to crease it at all. Because it was held in such good condition up till now. I didn't want to be the guy that ruined it. I think a lot of us can agree with that. Was there always a crease in this? Nah. And here was just an illustration book where they just included a few of the different looks of the Kamen Rider when it was on its bike. I'm just showing here, yeah, when it's on his bike and its helmet design. Look at that. I haven't watched the latest Kamen Rider out there, but I definitely plan to. I just finished Geats, if you know what that one was. And here was the other one I saw in the glass case, which is covering a few different anime from back in the day. And this included notebook, more or less, is just the frame book where you can sort of practice your own manga illustrations as you might want to if you were to make your own. Because that's what this book is really about. It's about sort of the history of how the manga was made, how the anime came to be, related work, as well as things about their creators, and a few other fun facts and details. Right here, just behind the cover. Recognize any of the gentlemen here? And at any point during this video, I recommend just sort of pausing it and getting a good look at some of these Lost World, some of these pictures, see if you recognize any one of them. I didn't read thoroughly the book, but that's because I was only in the building for a few hours, so I was trying to see a lot of it. I'll make sure to post some of this on my Instagram. Oh, it was Kimba. The real one, the one that was before, the one that was Simba was basically based off of. And then Super Sentai, the first one, Himitsu Sentai. Oh man. And this is the foreign language room. And on this shot on the right is the shelf full of work that has been translated into different languages. And quickly here on the right, you can see the Kimi no Na wa series. And just above it, One Piece. But I do recommend going to the shelf just below for the Kimi no Na wa because it has both English and Japanese in those books, which is great if you're a student of the Japanese language or even English. And they have quite a few languages that these books here have been translated. I think Arabic and Russian are two of them. But this was the treasure trove. Man, when I saw this, I was so excited. These are comic books from Marvel and DC. And the prices on some of these, like 75 cents for one. I mean, they're not being sold, but it's just, they show some of the old prices there, and it was just awesome. And I'm definitely going to be coming back here just to read a few of these. I might not get to all of them, but it's just so awesome that I was able to see that. And on this shelf is all Hiroshima related work. Hiroshima authors and things about the city. So if you want to get to know some of the local talent, there you go. There were a few desks here, but I didn't want to get that shot below just because there was some people already there. And here's the last shelf of the day, Naruto, One Piece, and just below this, of course, is Conan. Nice brick wall of Conan. A lot of the popular books, which now includes Spy Family, which is so popular these days. I love it myself. And if you're a fan of Ghibli and the like, then here you go. I think it's great for Japanese practice, to be honest. Kaze no Tani no Nashika. Hey guys, I just got out of the Hiroshima Manga Library, and it was a lovely experience where I was able to enjoy, of course, manga. And you can see right behind me is the mascot, which is Mappy. And mascots are just so famous here in Japan for almost every little thing. But here, the mascot is Mappy. And it was a lovely time, and the people here are lovely as well, having shown me a few of the things in the library and being able to read a few of the special books there, which was really nice. Of course, I sat down and read a manga myself, and I hope to come back here again since it's only a short distance from my own residence. So, living in Hiroshima, this is such a great thing to have. Of course, I came here to Japan and I love manga, so this is just perfect for me, and it'll probably be perfect for you if you're coming to Japan yourself. And hopefully if you do stop by Hiroshima, you'll take the time to stop by here as well. There's a few other places you can visit in this area, and hopefully I can note it down below for you to check out. But yes, there is the Prefectural Art Museum just parallel from this. I'm not going to be able to go today, but hey, maybe sometime.
Hey guys, if you like that last jump, be sure to comment down below what you think I should be saying, and I'll be sure to screenshot the jump and post on my Instagram what you told me. And so you can check that out on my Instagram, which is also going to be down below. And it is pokey_writer.m, pokywriter.m. So be sure to check my Instagram out, follow, and like if you like these kinds of videos. Comment if there's something you want to see, especially while I'm here in Hiroshima. And let me know what you think. それじゃ、ポケモンも日本語もゲットだぜ。